for Eudora High School athletics. On your new home for Cardinal sports, Eudora Sports Live. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They have Kansas covered with 23 companies to give you the best choices possible. Learn more at kansasins.com. Eudora Sports Live is also presented by It's time for Eudora High School athletics. On your new home for the Cardinals, Eudora Sports Live.
Welcome in here, everybody, to the beautiful Tonganoxie Arena here in the 65th Annual Invitational Basketball Tournament. We pick up here a couple minutes into this one. And early on here, the score is 2-0 Holton for this matchup between the 1-seed Eudora Lady Cardinals and 8-seed Holton. I am here joined by Brendan Bolin. My name is Reed McAvoy. We are underway in this one. What are your thoughts for this game as it gets underway here, Brendan?
Well, it was an early turnover there by Eudora, forcing the score for Brooke Wilcott, who you'll want to look out for this Holton Wildcats team. Her and her sister Natalie have been proven starters and depth players for Holton for close to 2 years now. So with them getting starting reps, it'll be interesting to see how they match up against this Eudora team, who's always been fierce. They have always had such a great start to every single game they played in, but now as they drop to 7-2 on the season so far, it's going to be interesting how they match up. And there's a nice basket there from, didn't catch who that was. I think it was Bryn Dieterding, sorry.
As this one gets underway here, you just mentioned it, Brendan, that these Lady Cardinals are now 7-2, which is a little hard to believe. They were 7-0. They were riding high, undefeated on the season, and then lost against Baldwin to in a game where the lead changed 6 times back and forth. Lady Cardinals definitely were capable of coming out victorious in that one, but it just got away from them. And then they followed that one up with a loss against Bonner Springs as well. So they are now 7-2, coming in here with a point to prove. And as the 1 seed against the 8, you'd imagine that this should be a comfortable victory for them, but only 3 minutes in here. It is on level terms, maybe a little bit surprising. I thought that the Lady Cards would have already taken a lead by now, but they have yet to do so in this contest. And just as I say that, they make it happen. For the first time today, they are on top, 4-2 here over Holton.
There's a nice drive inside by Bryn Dieterding. She now leads the Eudora Cardinals scoring with all 4 points in this one so far.
Dieterding, such an electric player. She has been the catalyst for all of the success this season. This Cardinals team has underwent just an amazing player here in her freshman season.
I think one thing interesting to note is that Jayla Erpelding has not been in the game so far yet, so I'm not used to calling for Eudora, so I do apologize, but interesting to see that Jayla Erpelding is not coming off the bench so far in this one.
No, that's a good observation you make there. She is a regular in the starting lineups, so seeing her on the bench to begin is abnormal and worth pointing out. Brunkow has been the one that has stepped up a bit. She's been playing a few more minutes over these last few games. Here is Dieterding once again, earning a foul on that one.
They're going to call her a travel now.
Oh, no, wow, not earning a foul. Committing the foul, I suppose, or just the travel.
I like how she went inside and tried to draw some contact there, just moved her feet a little bit too much there, so.
Then that inaccurate pass is going to get the Lady Cardinals back in possession here as they try to add to their slim lead.
I feel like Holton was a bit too hurried and pressured there on the trap there from Eudora there. So I think moving forward, Holton's got to tighten down and not feel so pressured whenever Eudora has that.
Here's Long on the ball. Parker Long, somebody who loves to shoot from 3, something that our broadcast crew has designated the long shot. Although they're not a long shot for her, she's pretty good at making those 3-point baskets. Now, Jayla Erpelding does enter the contest.
And Hannah Keltner, too.
And Parker Long will exit. Looked like maybe Lucy Giffen also checked out there. No, Lainey Orr, excuse me. 24, not 34.
And Dieterding, like I mentioned, you mentioned one of the more electric players on this Eudora team. I also like Hannah Keltner as well. She's very aggressive. She plays with so much confidence, and I think that's one of the key players in this game is Hannah Keltner coming off the bench.
Holton, though, tying it up here once again. So this game looks like it's going to be a close one, which really was not my original expectation for this contest. But we saw yesterday is Kenzie Yoder missing that one. She is one that has no fear of contact, no fear of the floor. She nearly spends as much time on the hardwood as she does standing up throughout any contest, but she's generally drawing fouls and then subsequently scoring the resulting free throws from said action. Going to be a Cardinal ball here.
Yeah, Wilcott just trying to get the ball underneath as Eudora had 3 chances on rebounds to score. They did not make any of them, but still nice that Eudora is still hustling out there and trying to compete, though it's a tense game and an unexpected tense game as Eudora comes in as a 1 seed, very confident, trying to get a win after the 2 straight losses so far.
Dieterding thought about that 3, but passed up on the opportunity. I was going to mention, because I feel it is worth mentioning, the boys Cardinals team just yesterday as the 2 seed were upset by the 7 seed Metro Academy Mavericks. The girls team here definitely hoping to not meet the same upsetting fate that the boys Cardinals team found themselves in yesterday.
And I think one of the things to mention about Metro Academy, 15 for 33 on 3-point shooting, so Metro just would not miss.
Yes, it was an unbelievable game from long range for them, as Holton missed the opportunity to regain the lead there. So now Dieterding leading the Lady Cardinals down court. Erpelding with some space there. Dieterding wants it from 3. She's really good from this range, but it doesn't happen for her, and Holton grabs the rebound. A great grab there by Laura Larison, a 6-foot junior.
There's a lot of names I haven't, mentioned yet. A lot of Holton's players that, you saw last year in this tournament have graduated. Lindsay Wisdom, who tore her ACL early on in the season. Grace Etzel, Tiara Dodd. I mean, there's a couple names that you can also mention that, Holton's missing that was so great to the program for the years they started. And now, you have the Wilcott sisters. You have Erilyn Allen. You have Elizabeth Schuster, now the main post presence for the Wildcats now. So I think this team was definitely not off to the greatest start, 2-5 to start the season, but I think in this tournament they're trying to prove everyone wrong and prove everybody that they are still a team that can be messed with, that you shouldn't mess with, excuse me.
The Cardinals failed to score following the turnover from Lily Tanking, who had her foot out of bounds when she received the pass, but then after that, Holton also failed to convert, so we're still knotted up at 4-4 here with 1:44 left in the first quarter.
I think it's also worth noting that Eudora finished 7th last year, and I think they want a better record and want to do better in this tournament than it showed. They only had 1 senior last year. Most of this team was really young, so Holton's going to be one of the younger ones, while Eudora has a lot of seniors and a lot of upperclassmen leadership in this one. So
I think, though, that the biggest difference in between last season's Lady Cardinals, which was not, in the end, was not a great team, and this one is Bryn Dieterding, who, as I'm saying that, happens to miss that shot. But she's just such a difference maker in any game that she plays. So fast and accurate from wherever she wants to shoot from. You'll have to excuse her most recent miss, though. But there's just you mentioned all the seniors, and they play a super important part, but I think that Bryn Dieterding is a really good lightning rod as well for this squad. Substitutions here for Holton. You've got Becca Lassie and Brooke Wilcott coming in. Here's the inbound for Holton. This is Wilcott, and that one will go in. So they call it a long 2, 6-4. is the lead for Holton. 45 seconds left here for the Cardinals to try to tie it up or maybe take the lead. Here's Dieterding. Erpelding finds Orr. Orr now to Keltner. And Keltner's shot comes up short, but Giffen did well to rebound it. And then Erpelding is going to draw the foul there. Looks like she will be all right, hopefully. A little banged up, though. It'll stay in the Cardinals' hands because of Kaya Taylor's foul.
And it was a loose ball there. Both teams just tried to get on it there, and I think Erpelding got the horrible end of that one. Good to see that she walked it off a little bit gingerly there, but
yeah, definitely the way that she landed could have resulted in injury, so it's good to see her still going out there. Cardinals failed to convert, though, so now Holton trying to add to their lead. No look pass there. Results in the three-point opportunity, which will not go. And now here is Erpelding. She wants to make something happen with these 5 seconds left, but Keltner couldn't grab the pass. So this will be maybe a full court shot, but it'll come up short. 6-4 will be the final score of the first quarter. We will take a break and be right back.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Welcome back here to Eudora Sports Live. Reed McAvoy and Brendan Bolin here with you. 6-4 is the score, which means that the 1-seed Eudora Cardinals trail after one. They were undefeated when they received that 1-seed designation, but they are 7-2 now. Maybe on a mission to prove a point here, but so far struggling against what you might call the minnows of this tournament, the lowest seed Holton. We are back underway here with the Lady Cardinals in possession. This is Brunkow, and now back to Long, Parker Long. Orr is able to find Yoder under the basket, and she is able to put that one away to tie this one up. Kenzie Yoder. What you got, Brendan?
Sorry, the great thing about this Eudora team is the way they move the ball so quickly and effortlessly. And I think that's one of the things they need to get going here is the ball movement and quick scoring that they've been able to prove so many times throughout this season.
Something, too, is their three-point shooting, which we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen one attempt so far from long range yet. That is something that they can add to any game. Parker Long, Bryn Dieterding, sometimes Erpelding as well. This team is one that when they shoot from three, they can do a lot better than most of the opponents that they face.
Actually, correction, I think Yoder actually took a shot from the outside.
And there's Parker Long, but that one did not go for her. Just as I was calling on it, Parker Long, who's the one that you would really like to be taking those three-point shots if someone's going to do it, couldn't make it go.
I think Holton's struggling to just try and find open options here.
Yeah, and you see a lot of times when they're getting those shorter range shots, they're really snapping at them, taking them as quickly as possible, which isn't the worst idea, but it's coming at the sacrifice of some accuracy there. But despite that, they do have enough points to be on level terms here so far.
Got to get this off.
Really well done there by Yoder. Oh, sorry, that was Lainey Orr to slap that one away.
Lainey Orr using her size and frame to really just dive for that one and make sure that Holton has to try again as they really struggle to try and throw that one in.
Yeah,
I think they were close to 4.5 seconds there before they finally took a crack at something.
Couldn't get anyone open on this one-on-one defense being played by the Lady Cardinals.
Holton running a high-low set, and I think Eudora is really adjusting to this well.
The man defense definitely going very well for them. The ball will stay in Holton's hands here.
Nice deflection inside by Parker Long, forcing Schuster to try and throw something up, but she's right there to block that one.
Again, taking a long time to get that inbound. And then Brunkow was able to get a hand on that, but not able to grab possession. But then Kenzie Yoder is able to grab possession for her team. Here's Brunkow from three. Couldn't go in off of the bounce. Yoder gets the rebound, though. Pops it back out for Brunkow. Now Dieterding. Had a lot of time to set that one up, but couldn't make it happen. But then Kenzie Yoder with her favorite type of shot, which is that of the and one variety, getting herself onto the line now, which is where she is 62% this season from the free throw.
You're looking at your set. I thought you were looking at, yeah, Tinley Wilson just did not have the right angle. Yoder had the perfect area and perfect angle to get that board, and then Tinley Wilson just got unlucky. She was either going to get her a two or, foul her and get two shots, but Yoder got the shot and she got one more at the line. So
Yoder with the 3-point play there. Really nicely done. 9-6 now. Cardinals with a small lead, but their biggest of the day. Good movement here from Holton, and I like that shot there. Very patiently taken there from Natalie Wilcott. Made sure to get herself to the best high percentage area and convert that. Scoreboard has the wrong team scoring that one. It's 9-8 now.
Holton loves to move the ball slow just to find open options. But when they start moving the ball quickly, it really tires the other team out. But I think finding the slower approach to get their offense in moving, I think that's something that Holton's really going to rely on in this game. Start out against this tough Cardinals defense.
Dieterding converted that chance really well while we were talking there. She thought about the three for a second, which pulled her defender closer to her, dribbled around, drove to the basket, tucked it away to regain the 3-point lead for the Lady Cards.
Holton almost thought they had a steal there, but they're going to get Erilyn Allen a foul here. That's her second of the game, and I think she's going to be taken out for Brooke Wilcott here.
Just over 5 minutes left here, quarter number 2. Lady Cardinals back on top after trailing after 1. Here's Brunkow. Gets it out to Dieterding in the corner. Now back for Brunkow on the other side. Her and Dieterding moving the ball very nicely. Here's Yoder in the middle. And then she was trying to find Long, who was in a lot of space, but Holton shut that idea down. And here's Wilcott. And she's going to get a shooting foul. She will get a couple chances from the line.
And it was nice from Holton to just, whenever Yoder is inside the paint, they just trapped her inside. And then you had Brooke Wilcott stealing it, and then she took it the other way and went up through contact and managed to get 2 shots at the line. So I think it's really impressive that Holton really was able to force Yoder to turn it over, and then Wilcott doing the dirty work down low to get the foul.
It was Dieterding on the foul. That's her second committed by the Cardinals. Both sides have committed 2 fouls so far here in this quarter. Here's the second of 2 for Wilcott after making the first. And that won't go, and the Lady Cardinals come up with the rebound. Dieterding breaking down quickly. Lady Cardinals had a 4-on-3 there for a second. And Dieterding's pass, uncharacteristically inaccurate, means that Holton will get this ball back. Chance to tie it up, down by 2.
And I think they weren't on the same page there. It was a nice opportunity, I think Dieterding wanted to lead that pass on and for, Eudora to run onto, but it was just an unlucky and inaccurate pass there. And I think Eudora needs to tighten that down here in this game since you're playing really close.
Wilcott got herself stuck there, and then Laura Larison passed that one, and Yoder smacked it right back to her, gave her a second chance to make a better choice maybe. Then the Cardinals do turn over Holton. Holton have no interest in letting the Lady Cardinals drive into the paint.
And Eudora's been so good in the paint this season, the way they just drive through and take contact. They're forcing Eudora to take threes, which Eudora's actually decently good at taking the three-point shots, but it's just a matter of whether you hit the shots or not, and that's all it depends on, really.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of those, but at the same time, there's yet to be a successful three-point shot. Here's Lainey Orr trying to make me eat my words, but does not happen for her. Parker Long does really well to clean that one up, put it away, and a new record for the biggest lead for the Cardinals, which could grow ever larger, and it will, from 4 to 6. And then a timeout is taken by Holton. So we will do the same and be right.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Back here with you in the beautiful Tonganoxie Arena, home of the Chieftains and hosting this tournament, 65th annual edition of it. And this pass is going to go into the backcourt here, which means that the Cardinals will take over possession. Just some miscommunication there.
And I think one of the great things about this tournament, me being a Tonganoxie student myself, is the competitiveness. You know, we've had a lot of great teams come in here, like DeSoto's won a couple of years in a row. You had Bonner Springs when they had Ren Van Cleve and Mariah Noel. So I think one of the better things that I like about this year's tournament is the girls' side of the bracket. It's so competitive. You got this Lady Cardinals team. You have a new team coming in, St. James Academy.
Keltner turns it over there. Keep going, Brendan.
Blue Valley West has always been such a solid team. So this year's bracket is really interesting because all the girls' teams I feel are so level, but there's always some edge to each team. And I think one of the great things about this tournament this year, like I said, is the competitiveness of this girls' bracket this year. So you're definitely going to want to tune in and check out some games here at Tonganoxie High School because this tournament is such always great fun, and it's expected to change next year too even. So stay tuned for that.
Keep an eye on this tournament. All kinds of matchups should be hosted on the various Varsity Sports Live channels. Really nice basket by Laura Larison while you were talking about this tournament and its what its outlook is going forward, Brendan. She did very nicely to clean up and put away a short-range shot. So the deficit is now at 4 for Holton.
Coach Hassler took a timeout there because Eudora is really just feeding off the mistakes. You had, Parker Long get a quick steal and she had her second basket, but her first basket was getting the rebound off Orr's three and really taking advantage of the space Holton gave him. There's nobody in the paint, so Long just ran in there and took it away. And then Holton, with the mental mistake there, just Long swiping that very quickly and putting up another floater from the free throw line. So I think Coach Hassler really wanted the Holton's girls to tighten down, and they have been so far, as they're now with possession of it under the basket here on another score there.
Dieterding tipped one to Erpelding, who then ran down court and restored the Lady Cardinals' 6-point lead. And then on the ensuing possession, Lucy Giffen was called for a block. So that is where we begin from here. And a little miscommunication on the inbound, but nothing that couldn't be cleaned up. But as I'm saying that, Tinley Wilson,
I'm going to get over the carry here.
Called for the carry. Natalie Wilcott comes in for Laura Larison. 17-11 our score. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Closing in on our Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show. Nice basket there as the Cardinals 8 points out in front. Their lead is ever growing. Yoder slaps that one away.
How about the start of that play, too? Parker Long hesitating the three, driving in to get some separation and space in there, and finds Orr, who took a nice two underneath with contest there. So Eudora picking up right where they left off with a fierce and intense play.
Inbounds have been a struggle for the Holton offense, but managed to get one there. And then Yoder left grasping for air.
Natalie Wilcott just taking whatever space Eudora gave her and just drove through contact and was able to get a shot up there. And she's going to have 2 shots at the line there.
Erpelding called on the foul, her first. If there is to be another Lady Cardinals foul, it would send Holton into the bonus. First one is good. And she gets both of hers. Very nicely done there by Natalie Wilcott, the senior. Here is Bryn Dieterding. Wanted to drive to the basket and then finds Orr. And Orr from short range couldn't make it happen. It was a really good pick out by Dieterding. And then Orr just couldn't capitalize. And meanwhile, Elizabeth Schuster does just that for Holton.
Schuster with a nice drive there. Really setting herself up really well with Eudora. Now they're starting to give up a bit too much space in the paint like Holton has a few times this game. So Eudora's got to tighten down in the paint to limit that because Holton loves to run through the paint. They love to run through their bigs such as Schuster, who now is really having to take the load of paint presence for this Holton Wildcats team.
Dieterding did a really good job to break through the Holton block and put a shot up, convert, and then also got her hand on that pass. Could only put it out of play, but still grabbed possession. And then here she is regaining possession for the Cardinals, trying to restore their 8-point lead perhaps. Yoder couldn't do so, feels that she was fouled, but the referee says no. Holton want to get one up, and they do get the shot off. Let's see if the... Oh, in Erpelding's hurry to allow her teammate to get a full court shot off, she stepped out of bounds, which means 0.4 seconds left for Holton to maybe make something happen here.
And both teams had a little bit of plenty of time. You know, as the seconds were ticking down, I felt Holton hurried a little bit too much there. Almost had that one there, but it was a great first half for us here so far. I can't wait to see what the second half brings us.
21-15 is the halftime score here with the 1 seed Cardinals out on top. We will take a break and be right back.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jeans Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jeans Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jeans friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jeans Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed.
For the stock market.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom,
reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Welcome in here to your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. They're a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need, from everyday essentials to items from around the world. Gene's is your local community connection from high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodstores.com. So, Brendan, the Cardinals were losing after the first quarter, but they are here on top at halftime, as is to be expected from them. What kind of things are you seeing out there? What do you think we might see change for the second half? Just what are your thoughts on the game as a whole?
I think the first half, the Cardinals were definitely, a little lackluster. They weren't on the same page with each other. Costly turnovers, which are still kind of happening a little bit in the second half. But I think they're playing more connectively and more, working inside the paint and trying to score off of what Holton gives them inside, especially with Holton now, the second kind of leaning towards the second half. They had a lot of costly turnovers and costly possessions where it really costed them the amount of points they could score and also the amount of time they could hang on to the ball. So I think Holton needs to tighten down the second half, and for Eudora, they just got to keep finding ways to score, whether it be, knocking down a few threes or just, if Holton doesn't give you the three ball, why not try and find an option inside and score? And I think one of the big players that has been doing so well so far is Bryn Dieterding, with the way she's been able to score from, long range two, or maybe driving in through contact and getting fouls there. So I think one of the big things that needs to happen here is Bryn Dieterding needs to just continue to what she's doing and get the offense more involved as well.
Sorry, Brandon. I think that 3-point ball could be really big for them, because Holton were giving it to them a lot, and they were passing up on those chances. I think if they started to convert on some of those threes, that Holton just couldn't keep up, because it's been tit for tat, 2 over here, 1 and 2 over here, and back and forth, and that's why this game is close. And I don't think that Holton could keep up with the 3-pointers if they were able to start scoring in bunches on the Eudora side of things. But we'll see what's happening. We'll take one last break here from your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show, and we will be back with second half action on Eudora Sports Live.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
That is going to wrap up our halftime show here on Eudora Sports Live. We're about to resume the third quarter, first round action here from the Tonganoxie Invitational. Teams retaking the court here. 21-15 between the 1 seed Eudora Cardinals and the 8 seed Holton Wildcats. Holton here on this early possession, initially unable to convert, but then earning a foul, which is going to get Elizabeth Schuster sent to the line.
And I think one of the bigger things that Eudora needs to do on defense is continue to pressure Holton. Holton hasn't really been responding to the pressure well, especially with the full court presses they've been doing and Holton's slow moving offense. So I think pressuring the ball a ton is what's going to give Eudora more opportunities on offense.
Lainey Orr called on the foul, her second. Obviously the first of the second half for either side. And Schuster was able to convert on both of her shots. Very nicely done. Here they are back in possession. Wildcats. Here's Brooke Wilcott. And she's unable to finish that one. Lainey Orr coming away with it. And now here's Dieterding running down court. Trying to maybe drive to the basket. Indeed, she is. And her shot off the left hand did not go for her.
And both teams off to not the best start. Both of them just trying to force things inside, although Holton's been capable of one. Yeah, they're going to get a travel here on that one. But I think both teams need to just settle down and just be patient on offense because the last 3 possessions, both teams have just been trying to force everything inside, whether it's a missed shot on a layup or a turnover. Just be patient with it. Don't try to do too much than expected. You've got plenty of time to reset and just try and figure something out here.
Dieterding tried to recreate a play that worked for her earlier where she passed up on the 3 and then drove to the basket, but nicely shut down there by the Wildcats defense. But now here is Dieterding pulling up from long range and doesn't happen for her. Dieterding coming into tonight shooting 36% from 3, but has not been on for her tonight. Nicely done there by the Wildcats to keep things alive. That was Tinley Wilson.
We're going to call a block here on Yoder. Nice job there by Schuster again. Just trying to drive through contact and is able to get 2 shots at the line again.
Made both of hers earlier, just about a minute ago. Has a chance to bring her team within 3. First one does go. It was Kenzie Yoder's first foul, second by the Cardinals.
I think this Cardinals team has been so disciplined so far in this game, just really not fouling a lot, being smart.
Really nicely done by Schuster. Get 4 for 4 on the day. Yeah, that discipline, Brendan, is not. We haven't seen that good discipline so far here. Only a couple minutes in, but committed 2 fouls so far. I don't expect that to keep up, but
it won't keep
there's
up
been a lot of unexpected things going on so far in this game.
As tight as this game's been, there's going to be a lot of intentional fouls, so I think it's smart that Eudora is playing smart and not fouling a lot because when it comes down to the stretch and they're playing close, whether they're up or behind, one team's got a foul.
Crowd wanted a travel called on Dieterding, but she turned it over to Brooke Wilcott, who then was unable to put away that fast break chance. So Dieterding back on the ball here. Out to Erpelding, back for Dieterding. And now Parker Long on the left side. She wants it from 3. And man, a third missed 3-pointer for her. As I said, uncharacteristic. She is one of the better 3-point shooters for the team.
That's a nice 2 inside from Dieterding.
She shoots, Parker Long shoots 32% for 3-point. You know, a number that's jumping off that page. I mean, the Lainey Orr, 47% from 3 this season.
I think Lainey Orr is one of the more well-rounded players. The 5'11 senior has really done a nice job. Is she senior? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's a.
No, you are correct.
Okay. Yeah, I was making sure, but she's such one of the more well-rounded players on this team. With the 5'11 size, and the way she's able to shoot the ball and try and put up shots through contact. She's been one of the key players on this team so far.
Yeah, and it's interesting looking more in depth to that number because I said 47% jumped off to me. I don't imagine Lainey Orr when I think of the better 3-point shooters on this team, but she's by far the best actually. She's 7 of 15 from 3, while Dieterding is 13 of 36 and Yoder is 12 from 38. So definitely doesn't pull up from 3 as often, but when she does, it goes down. She chooses quality over quantity. Kenzie Yoder able to make that one there.
Coach Parker is going to take a timeout here to talk things over.
So we will be right back.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Following the timeout, Holton will start with the ball here. 25-18 our score. 7-point lead for the Lady Cards. It's about where that lead has been since they were able to grab it in the second quarter. Gravitating between 4 and 8 points has their lead been. After Holton had that really good first quarter, they have not been able to regain the lead since. And Erpelding is going to grow the lead to its largest for Lady Cards at 9 now.
And it all started with the great flawless passing, just finding the open passes and just being quick with it too. And Erpelding managing to get the space at the initial pump fake there and able to put it up. So I absolutely love the offense Eudora is going with now I seem like they came out with a spark now after the timeout. I don't know what Coach Parker told them. Definitely something to help them get fired up here as they score a quick 2.
Kenzie Yoder called for her second foul. Already the Lady Cards' third of the quarter. Lost the handle on it, did Wilcott, but she was able to regain it prior to a foul. Foul against Brunkow. So the Cardinals already up to 4. I said that I didn't expect the lack of discipline to continue, but they've kept up that foul a minute average here. And a further foul over this next 4 minutes would put the Wildcats into the bonus. And Schuster unable to convert there. And just as I say it, that foul, fifth foul does come. So
that'll be on Yoder. It's her third.
Yoder's third, and that is her third of this quarter, of the half as well.
I think she's confused on that one too, as like she wanted to travel there on Schuster inside, but
yes, she might have to maybe play a bit of a different style because she loves getting contact and trying to draw whether it's chargings or all other kinds of fouls. And now with 3 against her already, she might find herself in foul trouble if she wants to keep up her typical style of play. And we've got a full quarter left in this one, plus the second half of this third quarter.
You mentioned Yoder's style of play. The big leap she took from last year to this year is the amount of confidence she's been able to play with, and I think it really speaks out about how well she's doing this season compared to last year. Although she's done well the last 2 years, I think her confidence has made her elevate this year, especially.
Interesting on that one. Yoder trying to do what she does best in drawing a foul, but just ends up drawing a jump ball, which will stay. Means it will stay in the hands of the Lady Cards for right now. But yes, confidence is a great word to use for the way that Kenzie Yoder's been playing this season. She's out there on a mission and she makes it happen. A great player this season for the Lady Cardinals.
And although it gets her in a bit of foul trouble too at the same time, I think that confidence is something you need to play with, and aggression as well, especially in the Frontier League, which it's taken a bit of a down year this year. A couple teams have not had the success they'd like to, especially, with teams like Spring Hill, Lewisburg, Tonganoxie. I think aggression and the way you play your game is going to be one of the 2 keys to making sure you do well this season.
Yeah, and typically Kenzie Yoder really isn't in foul trouble. She generally very successful with drawing those fouls, and it very rarely backfires. But earlier she tried to gain a charge, ended up getting called for the block, and that's sort of spiraled into a couple more fouls. But only at 3. It's not the end of the world, but one more would make would make it hard to keep her out there as much as you would like to over the rest of this game, just because you don't want to have her foul out.
It's a nice 2 from Dieterding there. It looked like a 3 from where I was sitting, but she was inside the line just a tad bit.
Yeah, and the Lady Cards had a couple attempts from 3 on their previous attempt the previous possession that went amiss.
Yeah, they're gonna get Kaya Taylor foul. Just a bit grabbed the arm a bit too much there.
That's the number 20 on Holton's side of things rather than Kenzie Yoder. First foul against her. Here is Dieterding atop the... And she drives towards the basket. Couldn't convert, though. And then before Brunkow gets this shot up, travel called against her.
And kind of a note-off game I want to mention is the way both teams have traveled to support their teams. I mean, if you look to our left, Holton, it's an hour away from Tonganoxie, and they showed up really nice. They showed up a lot. And then Eudora to our right, a lot of fans and parents here to watch both teams play. So,
yes, the far side of the arena does look empty on your screen, but right in front of us, all around us, we've got very good supporter sections on both sides. 31 points here for Eudora means they've got their biggest lead of the day, up to 11 now.
Coach Hassel is going to call a timeout here, talk things over to this Wildcats team, who now is down by 11.
Going to go ahead and get this scoreboard recropped and then send you into the break.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Reed McAvoy, Brendan Bolin with you. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cardinals after their biggest lead of the day. After a maybe concerning first quarter, you might say, it does seem that the Cardinals have equalized here and are playing how they were expected to, which should result in them getting their 8th win on the season. But we've still got a fourth quarter left to go. Crazier things have happened in all kinds of sports, especially basketball.
Schuster to the line for her 4th time today, the 4th time this quarter, I should say.
I've got to imagine these 2 shots are going to go in. She has been perfect. She's got great form from this range, and it just works for her. It's very nice
and I think
to
one
watch
of the big things about, this team is the way their post presence has been, it hasn't been as dominant as they'd like to, but it's still been very solid, and it's been solid and kind of a staple in Coach Hassler's offense is to run through the post players. You saw it with Wisdom the last few years, and now you got Elizabeth Schuster, and the Wilcat sisters will sometimes be down there, but I think Coach Hassler loves to utilize the size he has, and I think that's something that's been quality for his offense.
Here's Brunkow, and then Dieterding. And Laney Orr pulling up from short range and does very well to convert there to restore
And that was a nice basket by Orr, just utilizing the space she has in the mid-range and using her best shooting capabilities to just pull the trigger on that one, and she got it.
Then a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of inaccuracy as the Wildcats were trying to break down court. Results in the turnover here.
And Holton has to tighten down on that, as it's probably they're in double digits on turnovers. I think one thing they have to do is get on the same page of where they're passing to and kind of just being more patient with their offense. And especially on, the transition offenses as well, off that steal or whatever. Eudora turns it over for some reason, which Eudora hasn't really turned the ball over that much in the second half so far, but
they've been very careful. Something that maybe they were lacking a bit of in the first half.
Eudora was going to drain the clock out here.
They've always been comfortable to do just this whenever they have a lead. Slow it down. No need to rush things here. With 5 seconds left, though, hopefully they can get one last shot off, and Erpelding's going to get it, and that is going to end the quarter with them having, again, their new largest lead of the day. 13 points on top are the Lady Cards heading into the fourth quarter.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Back here for quarter number 4 with the Lady Cards out on top, trying to grab their 8th win of the season. Maybe begin a new win streak, as their what was once an undefeated season has now been reduced to a 7-game win streak, which is still a very impressive thing to boast on any season. It has been followed up by a 2-game losing streak, hoping to get back into the wins column. But as I am writing the obituary for the Holton Wildcat, they go ahead and get a potential and one play here.
And it was a nice drive there by Brooke Wilcott, who has always played with so much confidence since getting some minutes last year. I think Wilcott definitely needs to be one of the better leaders alongside Schuster to really boost this Holton Wildcats team to try and get back in this game here.
Unable to convert on the and one is Brooke Wilcott. Then a jump ball means that the Lady Cardinals will maintain possession. Looks like Kenzie Yoder was hit with a foul according to the scoreboard. I honestly missed when that happened, but first foul of the quarter means she is up to 4, and one more would see her out of this game. Did you see that foul, Brendan?
I did not, honestly.
Scoreboard has her with a 4th and the Cardinals with 1.
I think it was probably off of Wilcott's and 1, probably. So
she is now discussing with Coach about how they maybe want to proceed with her in foul trouble.
And I think Coach Parker will tell her just to be careful, but play with the same confidence you've always played with, as they're now going to attack Tinley Wilson with her second foul.
So 1 apiece here early on. I suppose it was the and one, wasn't it? That it was.
Yeah.
That must have been where Yoder committed that foul. So anymore, and she is out of this contest. But Coach Parker has elected to leave her out there for the time being.
I think it's the right decision by Coach Parker. She's been one of the more dominant strong suits on those teams as terms of aggression, and she's kind of helped this Eudora team to where they're at now, up 11, and also been kind of a driving force on defense to force some of those turnovers for Holton. So I think leaving her out there is a big thing that Coach Parker needs to stick with. And, maybe later on in the game, if Eudora extends their lead, they'll want to take her out and let her rest the rest of the time to get prepped for the second round.
And Erpelding with the steal there, but then couldn't convert, unfortunately. Still nicely done there, and then gets the jump ball. So in the end, it just amounts to her making sure that the next jump ball will go to the hands of the Lady Cardinals. Still a great play by Erpelding.
Although she couldn't convert there on that easy layup, it was a really nice hustling there from Jayla Erpelding, who she hasn't been given a lot of minutes. She didn't get the start initially, and she hasn't gotten a lot of minutes so far in this game. I think she's done a tremendous job with the new role that Coach Parker's given her in this game so far.
And that one will not go for Wilcott. Here's Erpelding again. 1 against 3, though, so a tough spot for her. She passed it off to Yoder, who then couldn't make it from short range, so the Wildcats back in control of the ball. And a foul against Erpelding. She does not like it one bit. That's the third foul against the Cards already here.
Yeah.
She definitely did not like that call. Looked at the ref and said, "Are you kidding me?" Here's Schuster. Now Tinley Wilson. Cardinals staying 1-on-1, marking all over the court.
And if you're Holton, you've got 2 minutes that have drained so far. I think you need to start, you're down 11. I think you really need to start getting that offense in groove and not, creating turnovers like that one there.
They might have been hoping to continue to draw fouls, as we've seen Schuster is very accurate from the line. Getting 3 already, I think, could be marked as a success for them. But as you say, they need to start getting those shots off. And then Parker Long, who just got the steal on the previous Holton possession, now draws the shooting foul here. She is 50% from free throw land this season, 6 of 12.
And I think if you're Coach Hassler, you have to praise the way that your team has been driving through contact and getting those shots at the line. I think it's something that's been keeping them in the game. Now, what also needs to happen is getting those 2-point shots off and, maybe hitting a 3 or 2. We haven't seen Holton shoot a 3 much this game, so I'd like to see them try and shoot the ball outside a bit more, but also continuing to do what they've done in their game plan of sticking to just driving through contact and playing with a bit of confidence there.
Parker Long stayed true to her 50% average, missed the first, made the second. Meanwhile, Natalie Wilcott comes out for Erilyn Allen.
And I like Coach Hassler's switch up to just being more of a quick and handoff offense and just finding space.
Schuster's mid-range shot didn't go, but Brooke Wilcott did really well to rebound it. Got up another opportunity, but couldn't happen for her. Some opportunities that really would have needed to go if Holton were to try to get back into this one. They really sort of needed to be perfect going forward. Parker Long with a 3-point shot there, finally getting one to go. That could be the death blow for Holton here, as that puts the Cardinals 15 on top. In a game where they trailed after the first quarter, they have been slowly building a lead ever since. And really nice to see Parker Long put that one away. Hasn't been as accurate as you would have liked to see from longer range today, but gets one to go here as this game draws to its close. Meanwhile, Lainey Orr comes out for Lucy Giffen. We have not seen Kenzie Yoder leave the court since she committed her 4th foul. Some faith put in her by Coach Parker.
Yeah. You know, the way she's able to just be a presence, and, you know, she's still playing aggressive as usual, but just with a little bit less, you know, demeanor. So I think keeping her out there to continue to force Holton to turn the ball over and make those small mistakes is something that's definitely a reason why she's still in there.
Laura Larison pulled up from 3 with Yoder putting a hand up in front of her. Ended up missing the basket, but it'll stay in Holton's hands. 4:16 left to go here. If the Cardinals happen to commit a foul, it would put the Holton into bonus, but a bucket there has them back within 13.
Yeah, it was a nice drive there from Erilyn Allen to really find space inside and get the shot off. So,
and then Schuster gets the steal here. Maybe a bit of a run trying to get going for the Wildcats here.
And if you need to get a run going, you've got to do it quick and keep moving the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Not a lot of time to find the best shot. You just kind of got to take whatever you're given, but not being given much are the Wildcats. Schuster here, able to pop that one out for Allen. And
yeah, they're going to call it for 3 seconds in the lane. Schuster.
Wildcats just needed to find a chance to pull up and just couldn't make it happen. Costly there on that one.
And if you're Schuster, you have to be mindful, you know, although your offense is really going to be run around you with a 4-out look, you've got to be careful of where you're at in the lane. You don't want to stand there for too long, and that's going to cost you a turnover where Eudora could just chew more clock here.
And that is exactly what they are going to do. Bryn Dieterding taking her time now. Kenzie Yoder is going to draw the foul without even trying, which is she loves to entice her team, her opponents into doing that, but just that one came to her. They put the foul on the wrong side on the scoreboard in the stadium. And a timeout's going to be taken, so we will take one and be right back.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Back here, 3:05 left in this game. Does look like the 1 seed Cardinals going to make it happen. They will not face the same fate as the male counterparts who were upset yesterday against the 7 seed of that tournament. Dieterding taking her time here, but then finds Erpelding, who wants to put this one away. Got the ding shot there, something that we haven't seen a whole lot of today, but got to call that one out. So 15 again is the lead. Really interesting looking back on that first quarter now, just because the following 3 quarters have been what we were expecting to see. And yeah, that first quarter was a bit of a blip, I suppose, both in the fact that it was low scoring and that Holton came out on top. But I think that there's I think that that's a credit worth giving to Holton, that they were able to stay with Eudora for that first quarter, and really they've stayed with them this whole game, as Kenzie Yoder steals that one. Tried to tuck it away, but couldn't do so. And I think that that's something they can take forward in the rest of this season and this tournament, as they will find themselves in the consolation bracket. They were able to dance with the 1 seed, keep it on level terms pretty well. So credit to them for doing so. And then a timeout is going to be taken here. We'll go ahead and take a quick one and come right back.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
We've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in this one before we get to our Anthony Brown Farm Bureau Financial post-game show, where we will also give you an absolute play of the game from Absolute Painting and the Barbed Wire Barbecue Who's Smokin' Player of the Game. Excited to get into that, and then we can preview what is coming up next on Varsity Sports Live as the boys team continues on in the consolation bracket on Thursday, and we find out where the Lady Cardinals will be placed in the next round of this tourney as well. But we'll focus back in on fourth quarter action here. Yoder with the ball now finds Parker Long on this near side. Now Erpelding in a lot of space. And then Dieterding, who wants to slow things down maybe. Here is Yoder, and she is dispossessed by the opponent's number 20, Kaya Taylor, but it'll stay in the hands of the Lady Cards. And then Tinley Wilson will come in for Natalie Wilcott.
Like you're talking about before we went to the break, Eudora, Holton has not started the way they wanted to, like I mentioned, losing a lot of their seniors last year and just trying to find their identity offensively with, a new look team. Tinley Wilson, a freshman now starting on this team. You got the Wilcott sisters, Errol and Allen. So I think one of the bigger things is that they're just trying to find their groove offensively and trying to, create a better chemistry with each other. Starting out the year 2 and 5 is not something you'd like to have, but I think they've done a really nice job of, starting good. And then something they just need to work on is just staying with themselves throughout the whole game and trying to be more of a connective unit.
It'll be interesting to see here is a very fast drive from Jayla Erpelding, but couldn't put that one away. Yoder then rebounded. Let's see what the call is here.
I think they're going to give a foul to, I think Yoder's done.
No. That was what I was interested to see as well, seeing if Yoder had done something that would see her out of this game. I still don't think she has spent a second off of the court after committing her 4th foul, but it was not against her. It was called against
Erin Allen, yeah.
Erin Allen.
That's her 3rd.
A further foul would send the Cardinals into bonus. Both teams sitting on 4 fouls here in quarter number 4. But as I was going to point out, the winner of the game between Piper and Bonner Springs, which is the one immediately starting after this one, is who the Eudora Lady Cardinals will play in the next round. And it's Piper versus Bonner Springs, 4v5, and the 5 seed Bonner Springs, one of the only 2 teams to get the better of the Lady Cardinals this season. So perhaps a chance for revenge if Bonner Springs Braves could pull off a minor upset. Meanwhile, something that we saw really get the better of the Holton Wildcats in that first quarter was inbounds, first half. And again, they had a tough time finding someone to inbound it to, turning it over as they ran out of time.
I think kind of mentioning, talking about the next matchup here, Piper has a lot of players returning. They had one come off injury, off a torn ACL that's coming back. You got Sage Grand, and then for Bonner, it's kind of the same story as Holton. It's a new team. You know, you had Ren Van Cleve and Mariah Noel graduate. So now you have players like Chastity Samble, Nia Anderson, and, Coach Leslie's son, Pierston Leslie, really stepping up to try and complement this Bonner team, who now has a new look, and they're trying to find their own groove as they started the season, 3-4, I believe. So I think it'll be an interesting matchup here in the next game once this one's over with. So excited to see it.
Yoder from the free throw line, 50% this season. No, excuse me, 62%. Misses both of hers, though, a bit surprising. 42 seconds is all that's left in this one, and whoa!
That was a hard hit. Both of them are down.
And they call a block on Yoder. So 39.6 seconds to go. She will have to get out of this one. Hopefully she's all right following that tough contact there. Both players coming up a little slow. She's both unhappy and a little bit scathed as she exits.
And that was
Kenzie
a
Yoder.
tough drive there from Kaya Taylor. Really just tried to get the better of Yoder, and both of them look really shaken up here.
Yeah. They're going to take a timeout. We will go ahead and do the same.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here following the timeout. 43-26 is our score. Going to be a couple shots here following Kenzie Yoder fouling out. The very hard blocking call. She went down to the ground very hard. Both players coming up a little worse for wear from it. First one was good from Taylor. And she gets her second as well.
I think now that you're Holton, you're down a lot, but you're still not going to give up on this one. And I think, pressuring Eudora and not letting them try and shoot out this clock is going to be something important here.
And there is Brunkow with a nice short range shot there. Very nice to see.
I don't think Eudora was anticipating that Holton was going to go quickly up the floor here, but
they definitely want to, go all the way till the end. Not going to lay down and die here. As we said, some positives to take away from that first quarter, and I think positives to take away from this whole game, and part of that is never quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor misses this one after going 2 for 2 on that first chance just a second ago. Here's her second. And that one will go. Here's Brunkow. Now, Erpelding, she's got Long in a lot of space. She has Dieterding in a lot of space. They both connected going further down court on this near right side, but then they take the opportunity to slow things down. This will probably be how the end of this game looks. 45-29 is the final score here as the Eudora Lady Cardinals do come out victorious, which will see them into the second round where they will play either Piper or Bonner Springs Friday at 6 o'clock. We will have that one on Varsity Sports Live as well. We are going to take a break and then come back with your Anthony Brown Farm Bureau Financial Postgame Show.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Welcome back here to Eudora Sports Live. We are going to begin our Anthony Brown Farm Bureau Financial Postgame Show. I'll get the graphic pulled up. There we are. Anthony's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 101 West 10th Suite A in Eudora or call 785-615-0516. 45-29 was the final score here. We mentioned it enough times already, but Holton was leading after that first quarter, and then the Cardinals regained the lead in the second quarter, never looked back as they only continued to build on that lead. It reached all the way out to 17 points, and they comfortably won in the end. Brendan, what are your thoughts on the game as a whole?
I think after the first quarter, I think Coach Parker kind of, gave Eudora something. We're like, hey, we should not be down in this position. We've started pretty fast, and we love to score very quickly and make opportunities off mistakes all the time. We shouldn't be the one making the mistakes early on in this game. And I think after that first quarter, they just slowly and gradually built that lead, and Holton started to kind of shake up with the pressure that Eudora has given them. And I think one of the key things that, happened was the fluidity of driving inside and just being more aggressive than Holton was. So I think that's definitely one of the big things is the aggression and confidence that Eudora played with, and I think that's what helped them will to win. And it's their first win after a tough two last games, like you mentioned, but I think this win's definitely going to be a big boost to them to keep going in this tournament.
Yeah, it definitely could be. I could see that game being the catalyst of a new win streak going forward this season, perhaps coming out victorious in this tournament. Don't need to get too ahead of ourselves, though, but that would, a win streak would result if they were able to pull off such a feat as winning this Tongi tourney here in this beautiful arena. And that's about it for our wrap up of the game. I think it's worth mentioning Kenzie Yoder's performance as well. She did end up fouling out in the end, but I think she played a great game all over the place. Got some steals, some good shots. Played a good role. Lainey Orr as well. There was a lot of very good performances. Jayla Erpelding, Izzy Brunkow, just all across the board. A good, well-rounded performance. Not necessarily the typical style that the Lady Cardinals have won with this season, but more than enough to come out victorious here in this first round matchup and get back into the swing of things here in the new year. So we're going to take another break, and then we will come back to you with the play and player of the game from Absolute Painting and Barbed Wire Barbecue.
Dad, you need to go. Really? It's important. I feel fine. Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught. What I need to do? You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need. Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Going to get right into it for our absolute play of the game from Absolute Painting. I think that I really like Parker Long's three-pointer in that fourth quarter.
100%.
It was, I mentioned it in the moment, too, that I think that was really the dagger. It brought the Cardinals' lead up to 15 at the time. They ended up winning by 16. And it was just, that was the moment that you really realized for sure they were going to be able to put this one away despite Holton's best efforts, which there definitely were some very good efforts from them all the way to the end, never giving up, never quitting on the game despite whatever the deficit might have been at the time. But Parker Long putting that one away was just a sign that the Cardinals had gotten the job done. They had corrected, righted the ship after the slow start to the game, and they were going to put it away. So I like that for the absolute play of the game. You agree, Brendan?
Absolutely. And I think, credit to Holton for not giving up throughout the entire game. But yeah, Parker Long hitting that dagger towards the end of the game was definitely, one of the big things that Eudora needed to just be like, okay, we're ahead by a good amount now. We can just be confident and, we can play slow, but it definitely worked out in the end for him. So I think that was definitely a good call on the player of the game for you.
And that is why that is our absolute play of the game from Absolute Painting. To take advantage of Absolute Painting's winter interior special, book from November through February to get $1,000 off plus other great offers. Some restrictions apply. For details, call 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. And then we will get now into our barbed wire barbecue. Who's smoking player of the game? Brendan, you and I have got a couple of different nominees for that awards. I'll get into mine first. I'm going to go with Kenzie Yoder. Despite fouling out, I really liked her role all across the court all day long, and I think that's exemplified by the fact that Parker Long had no fear keeping her out there despite her getting into foul trouble, and she was able to play all the way up until the last 40 seconds of the game. And she's just a great presence out there, always being really aggressive and confident. That was the word that we used to describe her style of play, a perfect word to use. She is just never shows no fear this whole entire season. Just been a really good player for them. How about you, Brandon? Who's your player?
I'm going to go with, it was a bit surprising for you, honestly, but I'm going to go with Bryn Dieterding. She's kind of the reason why Eudora started to kind of get on a roll, early in the game and, kind of throughout the second quarter, then when they were starting to come back and build up momentum. And so she hit all the good shots. She made all the impossible steals and made it tough for Holton on defense. So I think she's definitely one of those players where she really decided to turn on the Jets and be more efficient on offense and defense for this Lady Cardinals team. So Bryn Dieterding is my absolute smoking player of the game.
No, I think that's a great pick too. I only didn't pick her because I know that the height that she could play at, and she wasn't at that exact top level, but that doesn't take her away from being such a great difference maker of a player. I think I might be struggling with voter fatigue maybe because she is always a really great player for the Eudora Cardinals out there. So those are our barbed wire barbecue Who's Smoking players of the game. Be the MVP at your next watch party with Barbed Wire's Smoking Game Day deals. Packs start at $35 and feed 4, or the biggest pack feeds 8 for $90. Pre-order now by visiting them at barbedwirebarbecue.com or call 785-856-0877. We're going to take one last break from your Anthony Brown Farm Bureau Financial Postgame Show and be back with previewing what is next on Varsity Sports Live and the channels across Varsity Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Yeah.
Back for the final time here on the post-game show. Reed McAvoy, Brendan Bolin with you, previewing what is next across the Varsity Sports Live channels. So the Eudora boys basketball team will be playing Thursday 4:30 against Tonganoxie. They'll be playing here in Tonganoxie. That one will actually be over. You can find it on Varsity Sports Live and Tonganoxie Sports Live. It'll be a simulcast. So my dad and I will not be with you for that one. It'll be Dylan Funk and his crew. But they will still be broadcasting the game across on this channel and on their channel as well. So you'll be able to catch the Eudora boys basketball team there. And then on Friday, it will be my dad and I with you, broadcasting Eudora against either Piper or Bonner Springs, depending on who wins this game that is about to get going here. But we will not be broadcasting this game. We are about to sign off here. So Friday at 3 o'clock is when that next game will be. You can catch that one right here on this channel. So that'll be it for us. I want to thank you, Brendan, for doing this game with me. It was great having you on the channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Reed. I appreciate it,
And so we are going to sign off here for the end of this game. Go Cardinals, and have a good afternoon.